Hello everyone. Hello, it is me. It is Andy. It is him. It is Mikey. Hello, Mikey.
What?
What? I'm Andy.
Okay.
You're Mikey.
I think you're having a stroke.
Yeah, it's very hot today. What's your point? It's not the hottest it could be, but it is. It's warmer than I would like it to be.
Oh, definitely.
It's probably warmer for you because Ireland seems to be a place where heat just kind of goes up.
Wait, what was it today? 30 degrees?
30? God damn. Wasn't that hot here?
No, very, very warm.
Yeah. I like to credit the fact that we have the Russian winds coming to us every now and again, and the cold sea. For some reason, you just get fucked over. Don't you have like a big current going by you or something like that?
Yeah, but it brings weather up from the tropics.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah.
Yeah, and then like you see, you like to thank the Russians and the cold sea. You should be thanking us.
Why? I don't want to thank you.
Because we're blocking the fucking thing. It would be going past you if we weren't here.
That's true. Yeah, you are a good block for hot, stinky weather.
Once more, the Irish have served the English well.
Excellent. To be fair, so who else are in my way? Technically, Gruff's in my way technically as well. He's getting the brunt of it before I do as well.
He's been in my way for a long time.
That's true, but that means when the weather comes from the east, it is the eastern defenders of the shore that protects you, the Irish. Yeah.
And how often does it come from the east?
Every now and again.
Yeah.
I don't know how often. I'm not a weatherman.
Yeah.
I'm
not some sort of like weather magician, some sort of weather wizard even.
I don't have a green jumpsuit and glasses and a wand. I'm not a weather wizard. There's a flash fill-in for you.
I believe you could have a wand.
Oh, thank you. I think I could as well. Harry Potter and all that jazz. We got General Techno in chat. Hello. Hey, Monday episode I can listen to in the background. You can.
No, you can't. You're not allowed.
Apparently it's illegal. Mikey has dubbed it illegal.
Yep.
I'm sorry. Axel Hedge Moonbase on Monday. What is this witchcraft? Mikey had problems, which stopped him being able to record yesterday. So we're recording today. But it wasn't really you had problems, as people caused you problems.
Yes.
And thus you weren't able to record.
And then they came in very late, and I just sat there staring.
Were your pants on or off at the time?
Oh, one leg was on.
Oh, okay. Daring, I say. Very good. All right. Okay. Mikey, should we get to pooping? Shall we begin the flow?
Yes.
All right. Let me hit the music button. I can find it. There it is. And then we can start as a poopcast. Okay. Let us poop. If the music would work. It is. Come on.
Welcome to Moonbase 2.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Moonbase 2 podcast. My name is Andy, Decayed Andy, and I am here with the man who drips into a big old puddle due to the heat. It's Mikey G. Wolf, Puddle 3.
I'm sitting in a bucket of ice right now, and it's not. I need more ice.
One bucket?
On my bum.
Oh, okay. Might be better if it was like a barrel, and then you could put yourself in a barrel. Not seal it, because you'd die.
Andy, we're not savages. We don't use barrels. Are not for sitting.
What are barrels for?
Well, they're not for sitting.
Are they for rolling people down a hill?
Yes.
Oh.
It's for avoiding monkey. It's for rolling down a hill or throwing at Italian plumbers.
Avoiding monkeys.
Yeah. I was trying to remember which one of them are like true barrels, and I was like, oh wait, no, it's like Donkey controls the barrels.
I would like to see you in the jungle avoiding gorillas in a barrel, Mikey.
I was watching a video, the Casual Geographic, that guy who does really like very well written, very accessible, very funny nature things, and he was just talking about animals that are too chill, and I just like these gorillas are so chill, man, and I'm just like I think these are not chill. And he just switches to chimps and just like the assholes of the jungle.
Oh, well, yeah, he's not lying. I mean, gorillas can be pretty messed up, right, if you invade their territory or something like that, right? Or you get close to the kids.
They're kind of like, listen, we have buttons. We have a fuse. That fuse can run out, but don't be a dick. And then sometimes they think like, okay, now you have crossed into the being the dick territory.
Yep.
We're not responsible for what happens next.
Where there's chimps, there is blood.
Yeah, well, but we're with chimps, it's just like they just all have like knives and like knuckle dusters and all that.
I like the idea of you fall into a chimp cage and the chimp looks at you dead in the eyes and pulls out a Bowie knife.
Would you be surprised?
No, not really. It would scare me more so than anything. I always get slightly terrified when I see like videos of people with animal on YouTube, which are probably from TikTok or something like that. I saw like a woman walking up to an elephant with tusks, and I was like, oh, so that's a male. Don't get close to him. Stay away from him.
What time of year is it exactly?
I couldn't tell. They were somewhere else. And
he didn't happen to have like a dark patch on one side of his face.
I don't think so. She lost a shoe, picked it up, put it back on. And, the elephant was moving slowly, and she was close to it. She didn't touch it or anything, and then it just looked at her and went ramming speed.
We're just like, I am now going to.
Yep, I'm done with you, woman. And that's where the video cut off. I was like, yeah,
That's when the video cut off. The last thing you saw was just a trunk hitting the off button.
It's one of those things, right? Elephants, they are very big. It does not take a lot for an elephant to kill you.
I always point out to people, like, in Africa, the big five, the five most dangerous mammals that are most likely to kill you are, in order, the lion, the leopard, the rhino, the elephant, and the hippo.
I was going to say, where's hippo? Hippo has to be on the list.
Oh, yeah. Well, hippos are assholes. But someone tried to, like, hippo-splain at me during the week.
I saw. It was hilarious. You were just like, no. No, go away.
Or you see they're herbivores and they don't really work that way, and you clearly don't know. I have read the literature, sir.
I always think it's funny as well when you learn about how much people who live in countries with elephants fucking hate elephants because they're a massive problem to human farmers. Massive.
It turns out when someone has a big field full of grain, right, and you happen to be a 4 to 7 to sometimes at the very, 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 very biggest 10-ton herbivore, and there's 20 of you.
Yeah.
Not much. It's going to keep you out of the field.
No, you can't do too much because you need a pretty big gun to get rid of an elephant, and then you need a pretty big gun with a lot of ammo to get rid of 20 elephants. And
then you need someone to cover up the evidence because if anyone catches you, you'll be fined out your arse.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, oof. Rough time. Bad for everybody. I can't blame the elephants either because it's not like they have a huge swath of food sources out there. So, look at all this food. Should we just leave it, lads? Yeah, just leave it.
Because elephants are really, really smart. One of my favorite videos is an elephant that was caught in a field and it tries to hide behind a tree. It is not a large tree. It's just got its head. And it's just like, it's the classic thing. It's just like, it's got this little pole in front of its face, and on either side is just an elephant, and it looks so shy. And it's like, can't see me. If I cover my eyes, you can't see me. I always like it when dogs do that as well, where they're just like, if I don't look at you, then Daddy doesn't know I made the mess on the floor or ate his food. No, I don't look at you. What did you do with my slipper? I can't see it. I don't know what you're talking about. And it's just turning its head away. It's like, oh, silly dog. Silly dog. I do not know you, sir. Go away. But we're here to talk about Transformers today, believe it or not. Even though Mikey, as always, has fantastic, interesting, I was going to say elephant facts, but it's just like animal facts in general. I can have an elephant fact. Oh, okay. Go on then. Elephants only have about 8 teeth in their whole life, and what happens is they have 4 in their mouth at any one time, and then it's 12 sets, and then they wear down, and once they're gone, next set come in, and then once that last set is worn down, which is the 3rd or the 4th set in, the elephant will starve to death. In fact, most elderly elephants die of starvation because they can't chew anymore because their food tends to be quite hard.
Well, you know that fact you give about how many teeth they have? That's a lie. Do you know how many teeth an elephant have? As many as they want.
I knew you were going to say that.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah.
Try and stop him.
It's like punch people in the face. My tune now.
Oh no, they've learned how to use pliers with their trunks. Oh no.
Stranger things have happened. They can draw, and they actually seem to have like some basic sense of artistic integrity.
Yeah, I really like the video of an elephant kind of painting the outline of an elephant. It's like really interesting. It's like, oh, you know how to kind of conceptualize art. Just an interesting idea for an animal. It's not like in penguins to walk over ink and then walk over paper. That's not the same thing.
Then there's one elephant who's not as good, and he looks over and he just flips the easel and storms off.
Just throws the easel at the elephant. Fuck this noise. Bullshit. We also have some people in the chat. I will say General Techno says barrels are for throwing at Mario, yes, or switching to Diddy. Now thinking about it, an article talking about the descendants of Pablo Escobar hippos. Huh.
Oh yeah, that's insane.
Oh, what's that about?
Pablo Escobar.
I know him. Man. Yeah, their friend. Yeah.
I was going to say, no, personally.
Oh yeah. Good boy.
He was very, very rich. It turned out. You may not have known this. And he thought it was very, very fancy to import exotic animals. And one thing he did was import like a bull elephant and like 3 or 4 cows. And kept them.
Oh, cows as in female elephants.
Yeah,
okay. Yeah. I thought you just meant.
Not elephants. Hippos.
Oh no.
And so into his drug fueled den, and he used to keep him in a pool at the back. And then when he got by the feds, or whoever got him, I don't know drugs, but he, all his assets were seized, with one notable exception, because they got out.
Oh.
And now they've established a very successful population, because it turns out when you have one of the most aggressive animals on land and water, in fact, in an environment where there are no, not just predators, but competitors, like, a rhino or an elephant.
Yeah.
They do whatever the fuck they want.
Yeah, no one can stop them. Oh.
Yeah,
I actually thought you were going to end the story with the feds got taken out by many hippos.
That probably happened. But they're currently trying to control them. But the thing is, most farmers, again, do not. But turns out, most farmers in these parts of the Americas don't have guns that are really very good to use against a fully grown hippo.
You need a pretty big gun to take on a hippo, right?
Yeah, because like an elephant gun, you need an elephant gun at least, because their skulls are like rocks.
Yeah, I imagine that the skin's pretty tough just generally as well, right?
Yeah, very. And the problem is, if you shoot a hippo, you better take it down.
Oh, yeah. Oh, you better be very high up in a structure that's not going to break.
Yeah, because they're malicious.
Oh, I bet.
That is just recorded. They're capable of malice.
Oh, like drone. We need drone strikes on hippos, Mikey. It is time to pit our 2 greatest foes against each other, the hippo and AI. We could attach weapons to, those robots that people keep pushing over for testing. Yeah, send them after the hippo.
I played a game like that where the arms are flailing and it's just got like knives in the end. The problem is, who do you want to win that fight?
Well, I hope. Well, the idea is whoever wins will be so weak we can take the loser out. Sorry, the winner out.
The problem is, if you have one hippo left, you are still outnumbered. It's like Overlord. Everyone versus Overlord. Everyone is outnumbered.
Overlord the anime?
No, Overlord the Transformer.
Oh, okay. I was hoping you weren't talking about the anime.
No.
Because Overlord the anime is pretty, like...
right?
Yeah, oh boy, yeah. Man, that's...
Why fur do people love?
I don't know. Power fantasy, I suppose.
Yeah,
I guess.
That's another thing I don't like about the isekai craze, is the amount of like self-insert animes that are out there, and it's like, that could be me. No, it couldn't.
To be fair, I could be like Kazuma. That's a very obtainable goal. Right? I wouldn't need to work too hard to be like Kazuma.
True.
Yeah.
I mean, you basically just kind of have to show up.
Yeah, exactly. I just need to be a little bit, I need to be very lucky as well. That's probably the most thing I
Or
would
unlucky.
manage. Or unlucky. No, yeah. It's a throw of the dice most of the time, isn't it?
Yeah, his best friend's Aqua.
Yeah, but that would be okay for you. So
Yeah, I'd be happy, but
Yeah,
like
you'd be happy.
Aqua's a good girl.
Yeah, I'd be there. Go, oh, Mikey, I'm so concerned for you. You can't fix her.
She's just in the background, drunk out of her mind, and just like, she's all right. This one.
Somebody else would go, she doesn't need fixing. Me going, yes, she does. Yes, she does. As she's vomiting a rainbow. General Techno also goes, how are they trying to hunt them all down? And how they're trying to hunt them all down because apparently they bred fast once they got escaped into the wild. Yep, that's what Mikey mentioned.
Yep.
Gonna cost millions to capture 70 hippos and relocate them. I can't imagine how hard that would be.
From the point of view of the government, it's not worth it.
There's 130 in the wild now. Damn.
Yeah, they don't
Colombia.
care. Like they're an ecological disaster, but to be blunt, the Colombian government
Oh, they've got
other
problems
things in their mind,
Yeah, they've got a lot of
and
other issues.
and they're more concerned with people shooting each other than they're concerned about our environment's being destroyed.
Yeah,
by
exactly.
100.
Like 130 isn't like even that many if you think about it.
No, and they're all inbred as well, so like not a long generation. Unless they get very lucky, they can't have like too long before they start getting basically kind of screwed over.
Yeah, I was gonna say how long would they last? Probably another 100 years, less than that, surely.
Well, it basically if they diverge fast enough, they could survive indefinitely. But like there's also a very good chance like basically their genes are going to basically become a cul-de-sac.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Yeah. So like we don't know, but the thing is like, boy howdy, do you not want to be a Colombian farmer right now?
No.
Because like you know what African people expect to deal with? Elephants.
Yeah.
You know what Indian people expect to deal with? Elephants. Colombians do not expect to have to deal with a hippo.
No. Drug dealers, yes. Hippos, not so much.
I take the drug dealers. You can negotiate with a drug dealer.
It depends on the drug dealer, I suppose. But I understand your meaning.
You cannot. There are no, because the hippo doesn't want anything except your pain. Drug dealer wants money at the very least.
What do you want? No peace. No peace.
It's just like very slowly pressing its foot down on you.
Yeah, I can see that. Yeah. XL Hedge, suddenly big convoys beast mode makes sense. To be fair, we haven't had a hippo, have we? It's shocking that they've never redone Rhinox into a hippo.
I was actually thinking that during the week randomly, but like there's never been a hippo transformer.
You know, oddly enough, I think if they were going to do it, it would have happened in Beast Wars Neo because that was the Transformers show that got figures and then remolded them heavily. And I definitely think they could have done that with Rhinox easily.
Oh, easily. Like just basically just change like you don't even have to change the whole thing. Just change the top of the head.
Yeah, that's it, pretty much, and you're done. Maybe the bottom.
It's even already got fangs.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's the thing. Maybe they just didn't want to use a first wave Rhinox toy, which is fair enough because it's pretty crap. Overlord is fun, but I'll freely admit I harbor supervillain fantasies, so I may be biased, says General Techno.
I knew it was going to be the second you said Overlord is fun, but I harbor fantasy. I was just like, that's General Techno and
Dr. Robotnik. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah,
that makes sense.
That puts a very dark spin on that cosplay, actually. just sitting at home after a stream, slowly just stroking his own arms.
Oh no, he goes to animal shelters and just thinks I could make these into robots tomorrow if I wanted.
Just like buys African hedgehogs and starts spray painting them blue and putting them on little treadmills.
I hope. Oh man, General Techno should like make his real last name Dr. Kintabor. Is that right? Yeah, Dr. Kintabor. There we go.
Sir, you are not a doctor. You do not have the qualifications.
Yeah, but it would actually be a cool reference, especially for a non-English person to do. It would be very respectable, I think. Because I know. I think the UK comics was way better than what Japan did for Sonic. I like the Dr. Kintabor story. I like the comic.
What did Japan do for... Japan didn't really do anything. Like, that was like one of their things. Like, they didn't have a story idea for most of it.
Yeah, I mean, this is why Sonic like started making out with human princesses and stuff like that, because Japan didn't know what the fuck they were doing. They're just like, I don't know, blue fucking hedgehog go bounce, evil Dr. Robotnik make robot. That's it.
Werewolf. He's a werewolf now. Woo.
Lamau.
And then Sonic was a werewolf.
Yeah. XL's Hedge says Aqua is a brat. General Techno says that's only 30 years though. Exponential breeding is happening after all. XL Hedge says Darkness best woman. Interesting.
Oh my god.
Interesting.
Can you hear the judgment in his voice?
I said it's interesting.
The Aqua, he feels sorry for me. Darkness. Yeah, interesting.
Yeah, I feel sorry for you. TFG1 Mike says, "Oh hi, what's blue?" Dabba dee die, dabba dee die, dabba dee die, dabba dee die. I don't think that's he didn't actually type that out. I did. General Techno understands that reference. Excellent. Archie did use the Kinterbore named tool. Oh, really? Oh, that's good. I didn't know that. Though it got convoluted, I'm not surprised.
Hang on, Archie Comics got convoluted.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It got convoluted once Sonic Adventure 2, I assume SA2 means, came out and established the grandfather was Robotnik. So Dr. Kinterbore was the thing, but his granddad was Dr. Robotnik.
Like, I know that they've got Robotnik and then they got Eggman, don't they?
Yeah, those stupid Eggman. That's the thing that's unforgivable from Japan. I realize he looks a bit like an egg, but no. It'd be like calling Bowser Fat Lizard. It's like, no. That's lame.
Turtle Croc.
No, I think Fat Lizard is more demeaning than Turtle Croc. Like, look at him, he's fat. It's like, no. Look at him, he looks like an egg. Oh. Mikey, news. Let's go.
Just got an image of Robotnik looking down and thinking, only be who I am.
No, I'm an egg. Egg.
Sonic just keeps on making crack jokes. You insensitive prick.
He does. He always calls him like that was why I didn't like him calling him Eggman is fine because it's an insult. He calls him Eggman because he looks like an egg, and it's meant to be haha, not oh come on Eggman, and he's like, yes, that is my name. I am Eggman. Maybe like the law is he was just called Dr. Robotnik, and he took on the name of Dr. Eggman because like Sonic made fun of him too much, and he was like, no, fuck it, I'm just gonna own it. Don't care, Sonic, get fucked. Your words mean nothing to me anymore, Blue Hog. Maybe that's what it means.
It just make me want to rewatch Sonic 2 now.
Sonic. Oh, the movie. Okay.
Yeah.
That's fine. I thought you meant the AM show.
No, God.
No, AM show's okay.
AM's fine. It's a little overrated.
Oh, I mean, look at what it had as competition.
I kind of want to watch the other one, to be honest, because what the fuck were they smoking?
That's the one I saw as a kid.
Yeah, that was one we didn't get Sat AM until like 2 years down the line.
Oh yeah,
so it was just like I was like, "What's going on? What's going on?" And then suddenly it's like, "Oh yes!" Just like, holy fuck, they changed.
Changed for the better, I would say. But yeah, it is.
We never got the musical one here.
Underground. No, we got Underground.
We didn't.
Oh, it was on like Pop or one of the shitty free channels. I remember seeing it and being like, "Wow, that was the thing." Yeah. Anyway, Mikey, last week for Transformers, wow, that was a tangent. We talked about a Optimus Prime bucket head. Now it seems that AMC Transformers Rise of the Beast are doing a Optimus Prime truck bucket for popcorn. So it's an Optimus Prime trailer where you can lift the lid up, and it's actually the most useful Prime's trailers potentially ever been. I would argue.
It does have a function.
It actually does. There is no roller inside a weird, in quotations, medical bay.
Could you pop a popcorn in the shape of roller?
I don't think so. Could you? Like
we're in the age of GMOs.
Yeah,
anything's possible.
Yeah, that'd be neat.
People are running Columbia for fuck's sake.
I assume this is plastic, but I don't like the look of the. I don't know. I look at this and I think of like melted butter inside of it, and it makes me uncomfortable.
I looked at it originally before I read the story. I thought it was a cake. I thought it was a novelty cake.
Oh, why did you think it was a cake?
Because it looks a little wibbly. Do
you mean like the front of it?
Yeah, it looks like you should be able to like it's really soft edges and stuff like that.
Yeah, it's weird because the edges, like you say, yeah, on the truck cab are soft and smooth and curved, but the trailer they're not. I don't know why, but yeah, I can see why you might think it was a cakey. No, it's not. It's a popcorn truck. When monkey dough? Where monkey dough? Where monkey popcorn? Where's Bumblebee popcorn?
When do we get to open a gorilla in half and eat the popcorn contained within?
I want it to be like down his chest, so you open up his chest and the popcorn's inside of his chest, so it's like you dissecting him.
Oh my god!
Your insides for popcorn all along, Primal. I knew it. Megatron feasts on popcorn. Be delicious. Goldberg popcorn. Oh, that would be.
Oh.
I'll call him shit piece popcorn.
I knew, yeah.
Yeah,
I was
you
gonna
did.
Go there as well.
Yeah. Shit piece. I don't think we have much to say on that. Mikey, I give you Robosen. You lucky little sausage.
Robosen have revealed new images of the Bumblebee. So this is their Robosen smaller scale than the original Prime. And yeah, it is a programmable robot that interacts with an app. It is a lot less complicated than the Optimus because it does not transmorph or convert. It has a very different aesthetic, much softer aesthetic. It doesn't change form or anything like that, so just basic movement. It's kind of got a weirdly small chest and weirdly big legs.
I imagine that's for stability, right?
Yeah. But I have to admit, like, weirdly, I think this looks a little better than Optimus because it doesn't have to deal with having to transform.
100%
Because
agree, yeah.
the way that it bent back, like if you watch the video, like it bends back and does like the Matrix dodge, and it's like its movement's much smoother, and like it clearly can do things that having to turn into a truck stops you from doing. Now, not even remotely on my radar. It's $425.
Ooh, damn.
But like you see it next to Optimus in this at one point, and it just moves so much smoother.
Oh yeah,
and like so much more range, and it's like its feet move. Optimus's feet never move, not willingly anyway.
Well, they can't, just on the basis that, like you say, it has to transform, so it can't really do that.
Balance is so important, but like I think I think this is a step up in terms of an interactable robot. Still nothing I'd be interested in, but I do think it's an improvement.
It's weird because it's like, how do we sell a Transformers Robosen figure? We make it a Transformer. Okay, how about we just take out that transforming aspect? It's like, okay. So,
okay, now it's just basically a robot.
It's just a Bumblebee robot that kind of shuffles on his own. He still kind of walks like he's 90 years old, to be fair. But you know, I don't expect him to be running, though that would be hella cool.
Oh yeah.
XL Hedge says programmable Action Master. You know what? If he came with the backpack from the Action Master that had the helicopter thing on, that'd be kind of cool. In all fairness.
If it could rotate.
Yeah. Like, how much? 400 and something?
425.
425. Still a lot, but it seems more reasonable. Still, not something, obviously, that I'd ever want to touch with a 20-yard large pole, but
I'd like to see it. I didn't want to see the Optimus. I'd like to see this.
Yeah, I do like the head sculpt on this. I do like the head sculpt. Yeah, he's got a very small groin.
Yes,
it's not big.
But listen, we've all been there.
We've all been there. Yeah, it happens, man. Generally, I'd say this is better. Thankfully, but still out of my price range and just generally no interest. I wonder how this one will do. Will people jump onto this one as like big as they did for the Optimus Prime? Because remember, we had like a Jay and Silent Bob advertisement for Optimus Prime. Will this one be pushed as hard? I'm guessing probably not.
No, I think the big push will be on the next one.
The next one you're going to talk about?
Yeah.
All right. What's next then?
So Robosen have also revealed official product images of the Rise of the Beast Optimus Prime. This is larger, very much larger. And it works the same way Bumblebee does not transform either. It's very, very accurate. Again, you do see it has a lot freer motion and a lot freer movement than the transforming one, which again does kind of show the appeal of this a lot more to me.
Yeah.
It's got a stand, which why didn't any of them come with stand? It's such a good way of solving the problem of this thing kind of not wanting to stand up when you're not using it. Like,
it still sucks that you need a stand to kind of help it along, though. But yeah.
But it also opens up like display features and like app motions and stuff like that. This is going to be more expensive. Pre-orders are up on Robosen site for $700. Shipping at the end of the year, but if you use the code Autobot30, you get $30 off.
Wow.
Wow. I would have liked at least free shipping.
No.
Yeah. So everything else is basically the same. It's got exclusive dialogue crafted with Peter Cullen. And limited edition Ultimate Collector's Experience. You've all heard this before. So yeah. I think it looks better than the G1 one.
I like the paint job on this. It's got a lot of nice weathering, like scuff mark bits of like silver paint coming through on the edges where like that would kind of the red paint would kind of wear away. That's really nice, like attention to detail. It feels like there's more effort being put into this in some ways for this Optimus Prime. Does the head look right to you? I never know because the head, I don't know. Whenever I see the Optimus Prime Rise of the Beast head, it seems to keep changing from trailers, or at least from trailer to toys. I don't know. Am I? Yeah,
there's definitely a difference.
Okay, I wondered if it was me or something.
But again, which one did they base it on? You know?
Yeah, it's a fair point.
But anyway, I think I would say these two do a much better job of showing the appeal of Robosen than the transforming one, which is ironic. It also makes me think, oh no, Grimlock. But it's interesting to me that all that engineering they put into adding the transforming feature, and it's kind of the least impressive thing the thing can do if you do it right.
Yeah, but you got to remember, like for many Transformers fan, if it don't transform, then it can get fucked. I guess that was the idea. Maybe they underestimated the idea of what the market should be for this figure was incorrect, and they should have just like gone for this straight away for the posable. Or the movable, because I mean, not posable as the programmable action figure. I guess is kind of what the audience want more so than the truck do the thing. Who knows? If this license goes for like 10 years or something, maybe they'll do another G1 Optimus Prime where he transforms better. So. I don't know. You hope so.
I hope if they keep it, they do another one rather.
Oh, okay.
I'm rather indifferent about whether they keep it.
I didn't think you were personally invested in getting one. I was like, oh, okay. All right.
I sit here every day, sometimes worrying.
You look at that £1,000 in your bank account and you go, could I set that on fire today? I guess I could. I just need the right reason. Just need the right reason to burn it. There we go. General Techno says, mind it's easy to look better if it doesn't transform. Yeah, pretty much. G1 Mike says, no movie toys, ack. Oh, that was for the Bumblebee. Yeah. Should we move on, Mikey, or you got anything else to say about the Robo of the Sens?
I'd say that's enough.
All right, that's fine. We got some hot pre-orders coming in from Takara, continuing their Beast Wars versus packs. We got the BWVS03 Cheetor versus Wasbinator. You'll never get who these guys are. That's right, it's the Kingdom Wasbinator and the Kingdom Cheetor. Oddly enough, I think the Cheetor looks similar to do you remember the Netflix release version?
I was thinking that.
It is better. I don't think it's a significant improvement, but it is more accurate. And the Wasbinator, that is a better looking figure that he's been. Yeah. The one thing I think they didn't get completely right is how they've done the mouth. It still looks a bit too yellowy, and I think they needed to clean that up a bit.
Yeah, I'd agree with that.
But the overall look for him is better, and it is what it is on the tin. Do you like the look of these figures? Buy them or don't buy them. It's not
What's
like
Cheetor looking at.
What do you mean?
like in his cheetah eyes, what's above him that he's looking at?
Oh, he's looking at Waspinator.
It's just his pupils are just like always up.
I thought you meant the robot mode. I thought you were going to make
No.
some kind of comment about his robot mode looking at Waspinator's groin.
No, well, I mean, we've all done that, but it's just like I just noticed the cheetah's just like constantly looking a little exasperated.
He's trying to look mean, angry, you know.
Yeah, okay, like I love cheetahs and I'm fascinated by them and like, oh my god, they're such good predators, but they're not actually capable of looking mean.
No.
I've worked in a zoo. Even if they're trying to kill you, they still look quite adorable.
Did they chirp at you?
They did, and I was just like, oh man, that's the most aggressive little chirp I've heard in my life. God, you want me dead, but it's adorable.
Oh, he wants to kill me. Oh. Bless his little socks.
But that one that was hand reared, everyone got to pet when no one was looking, but his chirps more like, please, no, come back, I need belly rubs.
Oh, yeah, I bet, yeah. No, you're not allowed to touch them. No, all right, well, fair enough. So there's that one. There's also another pack, which I don't think was... this is a possible look, even though we've got, granted, crappy images of them. We've got possible look at Tigatron and Black Arachnia versus packs. These aren't the best images, so it's really hard to tell what the major differences are. It looks like Black Arachnia's obviously got a lot more goldy kind of paint on her rather than just the yellow that they gave her. I can't really tell what they've done with Tigatron apart from maybe make him... Maybe they use a different white plastic to be a brighter white?
Oh, well, like the white's definitely different because, oh no, someone AI enhanced. The white's definitely different because he's got that kind of dirty white on the Kingdom toy.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
And the sort of teal is deeper as well.
Okay. Again, until we see like legit images, it's hard to really see what the difference is here. I'd say this is actually a decent pack because I think both figures here are good and solid, are really good. Like the Tigatron is really good. It's better version of Cheeto, and the Black Arachnia toy, though it can be fiddly, is I'd say generally a pretty
I enjoy
decent
it.
toy.
I like it.
When I say fiddly, I mean transforming it. It's not the most fun to like scrunch up her legs and shove them into her ass. I don't think it works. I mean, it works. It's just not like fun. It's a bit faffy, but still great figures. So they're coming out. And also the possible rumor of a Hoist in the works for Masterpiece, which I oddly enough thought we already had Hoist at this point.
Is Hoist someone who... Hoist would be Trailbreaker, wouldn't he?
Yes. Oh, you mean Retulov? Yes.
Yeah, because we do have a Trailbreaker, but our Trailbreaker coming, so that makes sense.
Yeah, not a huge amount they have to change. They change his back, his head, and like his arms, and I guess that's pretty much it for the most part.
I do like the idea like of Hoist having a giant claw on his back that he's using to like murder people.
That's quite fun. They've got a big old logo in front of his accessories, but it looks like he has a wrench, a hammer. He's got the alien mask from Hoist Goes to Hollywood. He's got a grenade. I can't tell. He's got a front of a car. I'm not sure. The claw arm, which you mentioned, an explosion effect, and something else, which is being covered by the prohibited. Don't look at this. It's illegal information. Mikey, you love Hoist. You've told me every day, every night, how much you love Hoist. Would you be interested in a possible rumor of him coming out?
I just stare at Hoist. Like I don't need to, but I choose to.
No. As long as it's consensual, which I hope it is.
Let's hope.
Let us hope.
Cool. It comes with the same... I mean, I'm amused it comes with the mask that Sunstreaker had, because Masterpiece does hit that, like, oh god, how do we fill out this price point with accessories sometimes?
Well, I guess it's apt that he's coming with the mask as well, because weren't there, like, 3 of them that wore the mask in that episode?
Yeah, it was him, Sunstreaker, and who else? Oh, Trax.
Oh, I don't think Trax got... Did Trax get an alien mask?
I think Trax got an alien mask.
Did he? Because then I know that Sunstreaker did. But yeah, apparently General Techno says there was some leaked proto images of Hoist. They changed a lot. Oh, okay. I'll take your word for it. This is me, obviously, as usual, not being in the Masterpiece game. And because obviously we see so many third-party figures from G1, it all blends together.
There have been many hoists at this stage.
Oh my god, so many. But there's going to be one more, and this will be the official one, for better or for worse. Well, for better, because some people don't do the third party. Some people don't like the idea of third party at all. Mikey, possibilities, rumors aplenty. What is this?
Well, I've got too many stories. So it's shattered glass next, isn't it?
Yes.
Yes. Sorry, my thing went nuts.
That's fine.
So we have images of a potential shattered glass hot rod rather. So this is the Voyager hot rod mold with a new face. Looks like the rest of the head is the same, but they've just replaced the face with the shattered glass moustache. And he comes with all the same accessories, everything else. But yeah, he's got the shattered glass paint job. He's got the shattered glass flames. Like he looks like a 80s wrestler. I think the visor works weirdly well with him. The flip down visor.
Oh yeah, you're right.
I always kind of like that about the Power of the Primes one. Like the way he didn't have just normal eyes. He had like glasses. So, and unfortunately, this is rather tempting because this counts as a Gridman figure.
See, I would be more interested if his head looked more like Anti.
I mean, I would be more interested if it was Anti.
Yeah.
Because like I've been looking.
That's not going to happen, but
no, but I've been like looking at the bloody Motoroid images for full power Grid Knight, and I'm just like, oh, I've never had a good Motoroid experience, or at least like the best Motoroid experience I had was Brave, and like one of them actually had a chemical reaction with the liner I was using, and the fingers fell off one of the hands. Yeah.
Oh my god.
And then I looked up afterwards, like, yeah, that's why their plastic feels soft. It's a different the chemical composition. But like people are saying like the post Gridman stuff is actually like feels a lot better. It still feels cheaper than Bandai, but feels better. And like but
maybe you could try on something you care less about, like Goldran or something.
Yeah. But god, that Goldran looks the real color of the gold looks so bad.
Yeah, you could just paint it.
True, but I don't want to.
Why?
It's just gold. Just spraying everything gold.
Yeah, it's easy.
That's not fun. Yeah, it's easy. It's not fun.
But Goldran's gold. I don't know what to tell you, buddy.
Goldran, he's fucking gold.
Yeah, it's in his fucking name.
I'm really outraged. But yeah, so maybe Dyna Xenon, because at least like that's got a transformation thing, so like building it should be fun.
Okay.
I heard like but yeah, I've just been full power Grid Knight keeps showing up, and I'm just like, I haven't even seen the movie yet, but I want it.
When's that movie out? It's not long, right? Till Japan gets it.
Japan's had it.
Oh, never mind.
Japan had it back in March.
Oh.
Or March, April. I'm always checking. They're just like, nope.
Oh, it's going to be next year. It's going to be like a few months after the DVD or Blu-ray comes out, at least.
Which means I will have seen it a few months before it comes out. But I will completely legally watch it afterwards. But I'm not having it ruined for me by the internet.
Oh, good luck.
So, but yeah. So hey, I believe General Techno has a Shattered Glass collection. So there you go.
Oh, nice.
Shattered Glass Gridman collection. So
are these still more expensive, aren't they? Just because they're kind of
this one will probably be like another 6 on top of the regular Voyager price. But then again, it's quite expensive for what it is anyway.
Oh yeah, because it was a Studio Series figure.
Apparently
he's hyped for Rodimus. He says.
Yeah. Actually, like it'd be weirdly cheaper, Mrs. Bones, compared to what we pay for a Studio Series.
Maybe.
Well, like he was 45 here.
Oh damn.
Yeah. So I think the new paint job and the face sculpt, I think it looks better than the original, to be completely honest.
What was the original one on? Oh, yeah, sorry, you mean the original Hot Rod? Rather, I thought you meant the original Shattered Glass version.
The original one, that was in Classics, wasn't it?
Yeah, this is definitely better than that. Wasn't there a Shattered Glass version of the Power of the Primes as well?
Yeah.
And I didn't
I didn't like the combination for that, but I did like it looked more fun than some other things. It was just like I really hated how the arms worked.
I mean, that's just the power of the primes, isn't it? It was
Yeah.
messy. Would you say then that, would you put your money and say this is the quintessential current ultimate version of Shattered Glass Hot Rod / Rodimus? Because I would.
Yes, I think that would be a fair assumption.
Yeah. Better than the other two. John Techno, and dedicated Shattered Glass Prime collection that pushed all the other Shattered Glass toys off the shelf. Oh my god, that's
Good man.
TF Mike says yes, was classics, and that head sculpt was great. The toy, the main mold.
I don't remember. The main mold was awful, but I don't remember. Oh god, those folders.
To be fair, that mold was old when they used when they did Shattered Glass for BotCon. To be fair,
I felt like that mold was old when it was new.
It wasn't that bad when it first came out.
I never liked it.
I thought it was fine. I was a much kinder person back then.
His little piddly saw. That you little tiny fold out saw, and he went beep.
Yeah.
I'm putting the
I think oddly enough, he thinking back to it, that mold easily could have gone into like the Galaxy Force kind of line. Kind of had that kind of big fat kind of chunky aesthetic. Or the maybe not Galaxy Force, but that era, those 3 years he could have plopped in there.
It was 2006.
Oh yeah, it came about around the same time, didn't it? Yeah, that's a good point. Huh. Damn, 2006. Oh my god, Mikey, he's 3 years off from being 20 years old.
Yep.
He's almost the same age as some people who listen to the podcast or who are in the Transformers fan base. Yeah.
He's older than some people in the podcast. Yeah.
Horrifying.
There are people out. If you're listening to this and you are younger than Classics Hot Rod Rodimus, please get an adult. You need permission to listen to this podcast.
That might have been somebody's first Transformers toy. Oh my god.
I think every Transformers toy is someone's first.
No, that's not possible.
That is statistically unlikely.
Shall we move on, Mikey?
Yes.
Oh, TF Mike says 2008. So you're wrong.
Oh, I hate him and wish harm upon him and his cow.
Yeah, same. I guess, yeah. All right, so, oh dear, this is the news. Transformers Rise of the Beast cross-Fortnite collaboration coming. Everybody loves Fortnite. Well,
is that a raptor?
What, in the picture?
Yeah.
Yes.
Is that a person riding a raptor?
Probably. Fortnite's a really weird game. Apparently, it seems like due to a loading screen in the Fortnite game where you can Fortnite and you can bully other children online for not having the latest skins because they're poor or something. Lamau. I hear that's a thing. It seems like Transformers Rise of the Beast are going. Thanos has been there. Goku's been there. Naruto's been there. So Transformers must be popular if it's getting onto Fortnite. This is key art apparently from Chapter 4 of Season 3, whatever the fuck that means for the game like this, because apparently there's a story.
I'll take your word for it.
So will I, because I don't believe me.
All I see of Fortnite nowadays is I see them on the toy aisles, and sometimes the designs look like someone had a fun time designing them.
The toys I hear are actually meant to be like pretty decent.
I heard they got a lot better than they were.
Yeah, I mean, compare them to the Red Series for Transformers, Yeah. So this will be a skin. I don't know what this will do. I guess we could speculate he'll be able to transform. He'll probably be able to rip other players' faces off potentially. If we're keeping with Prime. Mikey. You are a long player of the Fortnite, or people that play Fortnite, I'm sure, right?
Well, I'm a teacher.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
They won't stop asking me.
About what?
Sir, do you play Fortnite?
Did they actually?
Yeah, because they think it's funny, because they think that as an adult you don't know what a video game is. And I got them good today. Just they were bored and some of them were doodling, and I just went up. They were doodling Among Us. And da da da, and I just played the dong 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 dong, that wow. And I just y'all listening now? Just sir, what's that? That's the sound when you start an Among Us game and it identifies the imposter. You know what Among Us is?
I'm old, but I'm not dead, children. I've seen the memes. I know what memes are.
I have seen the Insta TikTok, the Insta Talk.
You know what you should do? You should say the best Indiana Jones story is Tomb of the Dragon Emperor. Wasn't that the Xbox game? What was the point and click adventure? What was that one that LucasArts did?
God, I wouldn't know.
That ran on DOS. Chat, do you remember what was the Indiana Jones game that ran on DOS? Was it like the Mystery of Atlantis or something like that? I always wanted to play that because my friend Ben had it, and I thought, dude, damn, that looked neat. And this was back in the day where LucasArts games was really good. Like now when it's like, oof, you know. Hey, LucasArts game used to be really good. Not sure, didn't play much LucasArts games as a kid. Oh, if I say General Techno.
You failed us.
Yeah, you should tell them about Broken Sword, Mikey. Oh, Mikey, you know what you should do to infuriate the kids? You should tell them to play Myst.
Oh my god.
The closest game that's to Myst now, I think, is the Talos something. The Talos experience where you're a robot. It looks like Myst, but for a modern day, and I'm like, oh Christ. I hated Myst. It was so obtuse. So up its own ass. But yeah, Fortnite. Wee wah woo woo. Prime's coming. Great. Cool. One more to the nightmare cap, I suppose. Mikey, what's the last story? I gave this one to you because you like things. This will give you joy if you had it.
Yeah, but I'm now going to not take it because I want to talk about something funny instead.
Yeah, I forgot.
I've derailed the podcast. This podcast that was clearly on target for the last hour. Who wants to hear more videos? So you may have noticed that there have been like 1,000 TV spots this week, especially as we come up to June 9th, technically June 7th, when you can go see Rise of the Beasts. I have not watched a one because I am past the time of, at least for Transformers, looking for a 1/4 of a second extra like screenshot in a film. I'll do that for the Godzilla trailers. I won't do that for Transformers. Because there's stuff to see in there.
See, I wouldn't even do that for any movie now at this point because I just want to see the film. I don't need to see 10 seconds more of a movie.
In all seriousness, I've made it a thing now where I only watch one trailer. I don't watch anything else. Like, I've only seen one trailer for Spider-Verse. I haven't seen anything else. So, because it's just like, not only it's not that big a deal, it's just like, oh, look, because people are just assholes who make trailers, they just spoil everything.
Yeah.
So, anyway, that led to a bit of personal communication. So, in Singapore, where the movie has debuted, which means you can find the full plot, Cybertron has an article saying full plot of movie revealed.
Oh.
So, if you want a breakdown of the movie, it's there. But they had a press conference, right? And also this week, the Alfonso Nation over on YouTube did an interview with Steve Carell Jr., who is the director. I watched it. Really found that Capel seemed really pleasant and like seemed like a nice guy and like informed and was able to actually hold a conversation at an easily accessible level, which a lot of directors can't whenever you see them interviewed. So I came away like with quite a nice opinion of him. I'm still very dubious about the movie, but I feel like I think you wanted to do good by us.
And you're going to tell me that Lorenzo made you feel the exact same way.
Lorenzo made me feel the way that only Lorenzo de Bonaventura can. So this happened. This is funny because Cybertron has a story up there that says Transformers Rise of the Beast confirmed to be Bayverse prequel. And TFW has a story saying Transformers Rise of the Beast confirmed to be full reboot. Because in Singapore, they were at a press conference where they spoiled a bunch of stuff. For them, the movie's already aired, so hey-ho. But, someone said, is it a reboot? It just said, is it a reboot? And Capel goes like, yeah, it's a reboot, and we see it in the reboot, and like it references, and then Lorenzo just slides in. And by slides in, I mean talks over the fucker. And says like, well, it's not a reboot, because I still see these as our characters. And he went off and won. And it was funny to me just because it did. Whoever was doing the camera just panned to Capel, who just went, and looked so pissed off. He looked so fucked off. And then in the interview, he just. The Alfonso Nation, I don't actually know if his name's Alfonso, but he just went like, "Is it a reboot?" And he laughed. Iran laughed, and then he just went, "Yes, it's a reboot. It is a reboot." And it sounds like he wants to stay on for 3 films, so he just went, "It is a reboot." So
I mean, if he's saying that, which is contradicting Lorenzo, does that mean he's not going to get kept on? Because that seems like a way to get fired.
Yeah, just like Lorenzo like pushes him out. But I know all. I almost feel sorry for Lorenzo at this stage because he has this idea that we need to keep this whole thing synergy, and because secretly what he wants to do is a Transformers cinematic universe.
Yeah, because he wants that Marvel money. He thinks that he can do it, even though Monsters Universe wasn't able to do it with Return of the Mummy and Dracula Untold, and DC couldn't do it, and Star Wars couldn't do it.
Yeah, DC had one major big financial success, and that was the one no one expected.
Yeah. And it's like, dude, like if no one else could do it, why do you think Transformers will be the one that does it? It won't. It won't.
And if he wanted to do it, the thing to do would be to reboot and start again, like DC is doing.
Yep, because the other movies aren't great. Why would you go off those stories?
Yeah, and I know there's nostalgia.
On a beach.
Many people, because as we said, there are people the same age as Hot Rod.
Yeah.
Many people have lots of nostalgia for those movies.
Sure.
But move on. The last one of those movies came out.
Oh God.
7 years ago.
Oh God. Last night, you mean, right?
Mm.
Yeah, 7.
But that is a fairly significant gap.
Well, Mikey,
yeah.
What do you mean? Bumblebee was a prequel to them. My name is Lorenzo. Hello.
Just like Andy's been tied up. Andy, you're all right.
I endorse this cinematic universe now.
He just starts showing up on all the podcasts. He wasn't invited. He just starts showing up.
Doesn't it just make sense that this all part of the same universe? Bumblebee's in all of these movies, Mikey.
The TF Wiki caption currently reads, "What does a reboot even mean, really?"
Oh my God. Oh, shut the fuck up. You know what it means. That has to be a joke. It better be a joke. That better not be sincere.
I mean, I like that Capel just kind of clearly didn't toe the party line and call a spade a spade. Like, but yeah, we'll see.
To be fair, you can see where some confusion from a fan point of view is because it looks like a Bay movie from the trailers. Mm-hmm. Whether it's just being cut that way, or whether it's because that's how the film's been directed, I guess we'll find out. I guess relatively soon, but.
Oh yeah, 2 weeks. So we will see how it goes. Anyway,
yeah, you're not wrong. Yeah,
oof, I just think that's funny. I just found that so funny. Also, I think I finally managed to stop having people share the Wheeljack in my feed.
Oh, have you muted people enough to the point where Wheeljack's now gone?
I'm not muting. I'm just like anytime someone puts a picture of movie Wheeljack up, I just click on not interested in this tweet.
Ah, so you're hoping that the algorithm will figure out that you actually don't want to see Wheeljack anymore.
Yeah, and like I said, my goal is to just stand there and he could be fan-fucking-tastic in this movie, and I will still at one point say "fuck you, Wheeljack," because of the fans, not because of Wheeljack, but because of the fans.
My God,
Y'all annoyed me on every side of that argument. Every side.
TF Mike says once they say this is the final trailer, I'm done till I see it.
Ah.
Oh yeah, we haven't got the final trailer yet, have we? I don't think.
Don't know, to be honest.
No, that's also fair.
I've lost track of them.
There's so many. Yeah, TV spots and all that shit. General Techno says, has Lorenzo done anything else other than latch onto the Transformers movies teat? Yeah, he's been on the teats of lots of things. I think he was involved in.
He's a pretty big producer in many ways.
Yeah, I think he was involved in a lot of the Star Trek stuff. So I mean, Yeah, he's
But
been
he's
sucking the teat
working.
of many things.
He basically moved over to Paramount there between the Matrix and Transformers. Like he basically kind of has his own production company, but he works under them. So like G.I. Joe, Snake Eyes, Jupiter's
God.
Legacy, Infinite, Doom Annihilation, Pet Cemetery, The Meg.
Oh, he's on the winning team for everything, isn't he? He just puts out ringers.
I'd say Maze Runner, Only the Brave American Assassin. I haven't Deepwater Horizon. The Real O'Neills. Oh, that looks fun.
I don't know what that one is.
Dead Right, Red 2, 0 Hour, The Last Stand. Like I'm Red, obviously.
Yeah.
Stardust. I'm seeing movies I know, but not movies I like.
He like Lorenzo's a producer, like Homer's a boxer. He's there. He's there. Apparently, General Techno Googles, and yeah, TF films are the highest profile thing he's produced. Well,
Also, good with IMDb. Like, oh my god, those pictures. What is he look in every picture? He's just looking at something that's not there.
The ghosts of movies that could have been made. Do you want to take the last story? No, I'll take the last story because you've. Yeah. I tried to give it to you. Symbiote Studios are doing a Transformers Slag or Slug, depending on your proclivities. Plushie. It's been revealed for 30 US dollary dues. It's going to be available at San Diego Comic-Con in San Diego, the whale's vagina of the world. If you want this delightful little Dinobot with sharp teeth, for some reason he has sharp teeth. Did he ever have teeth?
He does have teeth in one of them.
One of them, not G1 though, right?
I'm trying to think.
Maybe he had sharp teeth once, but not. That's he usually has flat mouth.
Yeah,
flat mouth, but he looks cute. Looks like something you might give to your dog, though I wouldn't recommend it because it's not dog safety certified, so dog might not enjoy eating it. But yeah, it's cute enough if you want a little cuddly slug, yeah, gonna be at San Diego Comic-Con. Would you like to cuddle up to this in bed, Mikey?
Sure, why not?
Yeah. Would you prefer Grimlock?
Nah, the Grimlock doesn't look great, to be honest. I think I think this guy actually looks better.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. I'm not saying you're wrong. I just can't remember what the Grimlock looks like offhand, to be honest. I
went into their website like a professional.
Oh my god! I mean, I can imagine what they look like. But, yeah. So, he coming. That's it. That's all the news for this week. Mikey, what you done this week? What you done for fun?
Been a bit of a busy work week. I finished the Moon, so I need to take pictures of that.
Oh, the Gundam.
Yeah. Finished the Moon Gundam. Love the Moon Gundam. Love the Moon Gundam. It's so fucking cool. Really wish I had more arms for this fucking stand base, so that I could do the cycle plates all flying around. But it looks so cool. It's so cool. Been painting up Kachidoki Zangetsu.
Yes.
Arms are annoying me because for some reason the forearms, the bit you have to paint the most, because they've got green armor on them, and I don't have the right green, unfortunately. So I just gotta like the metallic green, but they're covered in this like almost white powder, and it means the paint doesn't adhere properly, so it's gone on really unevenly. Like it looks okay.
Okay.
My bottle of water falls out.
Was it one of those things that you'd have to like wash him, or is it one of those things where you'd need to get sandpaper?
I think you'd need to sand off the whole thing, but like there's so much detail on here, I couldn't sand it without losing something.
No, I don't think you'd have to sand the detail off. You just need to sand it to make the surface a little bit rough so the paint could adhere to it, and that would probably be okay.
Maybe, but it's really weird. I've never seen anything like this before, and I've got the other 3 of the Gaim final forms. But yeah, so I'll be doing that for another day or two. Because I just do like an hour or so. So that was fun. I went into Smith's today kind of hoping I'd find the Spider-Verse Marvel Legends.
Oh, wow, really?
Yeah, they were all sold out. Well, the ones I wanted were sold out. Miles were sold out and Peter B were sold out. They had Gwen. They had one Gwen. One Gwen.
Sorry, Gwen.
They had a lot of Spider-Punk, a lot of fake cyborg Spider-Woman, and a lot of 2099. A lot of 2099.
Huh.
Not moving. No Jessica. Didn't see Jessica anyway.
Is she in the first wave?
Yes, I looked at the back of the box. I said, oh, and they had the Spot, but like they had two of him. It's a Spot. No one cares.
Yeah.
Maybe he's amazing in the movie. We'll find out this week, I suppose.
That's out this week.
It is out on Thursday.
Huh. All right. Okay.
But yes. So yeah. That was about it. So I played a game on the PlayStation called Tales of Iron. I was playing it before and I stopped, but I finished it now. It is a side-scrolling like roguelike type of game. Bit Castlevania. An okay story actually. Geralt of Rivia is the narrator.
Henry Cavill.
No, the game guy.
Oh.
Henry Cavill will not have sex with you because it is not in the lore.
Be gone, thought. Slap.
Read a book. That's what he says to every woman he's ever been with. Read a book.
Yeah.
What book? This one. But
Are you a little rat person? Mouse person?
Yeah, you're a little rat person, and you're a rat prince, and your rat dad is murdered by evil frogs.
Oh my god.
And you basically have to kill all the evil frogs, and it is super violent. Super violent. Fun gameplay, simple story, no dialogue, all narrate like everything communicated visually. But I think it could have done with a bit of dialogue, to be honest. But overall, I enjoyed it. It's a fun game. It's a little repetitive, and it's a bit expensive. Whatever. I got it on the PSN, but or PS Plus rather. But like, if I was buying it, it was like what, €30, and I was just like, nah.
I mean, for roguelike games are meant to be a little bit repetitive. The game loop is meant to be fairly simple, and you kind of go again and again, and so you get stronger and stronger.
Yeah, and you die a lot.
Yeah.
Like, it's all about timing and.
Did you play Hades? I can't remember.
Yes, I did.
Yeah.
Like, Hades is clever because Hades made that the story.
Yes.
It's like everyone like. But yeah, so apart from that, so Tales of Iron, honestly, I'd recommend it if you can get it for a cheap price. It's fun. Apart from that, I didn't get any other figures or anything like that. But I did watch a few things. Didn't get to Unicorn Warriors this week, so I'll have to watch that tonight. But I did do Gates and King Oger. King Oger, again, a strong episode. For King Oger, relatively weak, like a 7 out of 10 instead of an 8 or a 9. But it was basically kind of a comedy thing and then leading into something more serious involving number 6. And he's setting up, and he still will not just say what he means, which is causing a lot of problems. But we get to see him fight the other Rangers, and we also get to see his mech for the first time, God Tarantula, which does look really cool. And yeah, it continues to be a very enjoyable show. I'm really, really liking King Oger still. I saw some people complaining about the fight scenes, and I think they might be high.
Why? Why didn't they like them?
Don't know. They said they were slow and repetitive, and I'm just like, I don't agree. Okay. They're not very Sentai-y.
And what does that mean for someone that doesn't know what Sentai-y means?
So a lot more wire work, a lot more slow motion, a lot more framing the camera in like dynamic shots, and like being really creative with how you frame your shots. Whereas Sentai fights usually are very focused on impressive looking martial arts, much more than like some other tokus. And working in powers and special effects and stuff like that. There's some very, very good Sentai fights. Kyoryuger had some brilliant ones. But there's always been a pretty big distinction, especially between Rider and Sentai, in terms of how the fights are filmed. In part because of the design of the suits. I think that's also playing into this as well, because the suits here have a bit of armor on them, which means they don't give you quite as much motion. But yeah, like, continue to enjoy it. Like I said, it's into its second arc now, and I don't think it's losing steam, which is really, really nice. Geats, what was actually going on in Geats this week? Geats is basically continuing on with the grand end. What the Desire Grand Prix is going to move on, and then they're basically stalling for time by having the riders fight. Buffa takes out most of the other riders, and then he gets into a big fight with Tycoon, which... Okay, so Buffa is very much like... He thinks that the Desire Grand Prix needs to end because ultimately, even if you get your wish, even if you make the best wish in the world, you're still using energy from other people's happiness, which means that for you to be happy or for other people to be happy, other people have to suffer. So this needs to stop. Whereas Tycoon is like, no, I want to make my wish and save all the people who died. But if you do that, other people will suffer, possibly hugely. No, yeah, but I'm right. And it's like, it feels like the show wants, I said this on Twitter, it feels like the show wants me to side with Keiwa, but Michinaga is making a much better argument and is showing much more grounded realization of what's actually the fuck going on.
Do you feel that Keiwa's just going, oh no, come on.
I'm a good guy. I do good things. That's it. Like, his whole character at the moment is, I want to save the people. He's got very little else to him.
We've had other characters in Rider that are just like annoyingly like that, haven't we? Where we've been like, just do something else, have some conviction to what you're doing, rather than just because it's the good thing.
It also really, really struck me that he hasn't really been relevant to the narrative since I'd say just after the command forms were introduced. So that would be like episode 16 to 20.
The last time the last time they kind of put him forward was when the Jamito were making like fruit bombs, and it was like, are you the Diva Star? And it's like that was the last time. And then they went, he's
like
done.
The show. I'm wondering if, like, you know how Kaito was like, okay, we're supposed to like Kaito's a secondary, but like we didn't expect him to be that popular.
Yes.
And same with Ankh as well. Like, Ankh was supposed to go one way, and it's like, oh, people love this guy. I'm wondering if, like, people basically, like, of the secondary writers, like, Buffa's the one that people really took to. Buffa and Nago, and the two who got the most character development and the most focus and most everything are Buffa and Nago. And I'm just wondering, like, was it the case of just, like, you meant to have a Tycoon, but, like, the people spoke, and you said, okay, this is the one they'll buy toys of.
Yeah, maybe, yeah.
Geats basically goes in the warpath and tries to pick a fight with the DGP, and we get the hint of the final form.
I've seen images of that online. It looks weird, kind of boring.
It looks better in person.
Does it?
In the show, because like we get the incomplete Berserk form first, which looks, because I've seen it in stills and I didn't like it at all, but like when you see it moving, it looks a lot better. And the full final form, it shows up in the preview, and it looks a lot better in motion. It's one of those suits I think does not look well in still shots. It like, I used to say that about Putotir, and look how I am now. But like, it just, like, I think because like it looks very, very white in still shots, but then you see the full body and there's a lot more black and red mixed in. And I'll tell you this, it is by far the best looking final form we've had out of the Reiwa era. Except maybe Arc 1, but Arc 1 doesn't count, I suppose, but still.
Yeah, you're probably right, I suppose. Yeah.
Like the 0-2.
Yep.
Blue Saber.
Oh, yeah, oh god, no.
And Ultimate Revise.
Oh yeah, I didn't even get up to that. I think I've seen pictures of it though. I don't think I was impressed.
It's not a pretty. I wish the whole Kyuubi Kitsune thing was more there, though, because like they're visually, like, it's very much like he's just after like sprouting 3 big fire tails. And I just kind of like, I wish that was more of a thing. Like the fact that everyone else is a real animal, but he's like a spirit fox.
Yeah. Like,
I wish the animal themes had more going on. Not like to the like wizard level of like, oh my god, please do something with your ideas, but yeah.
Wouldn't the worry of being that it would go a bit too Sentai-ish?
Yeah.
Maybe that's the idea why they didn't go too hard.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Right now, I'm predicting Geats will end up a 6 out of 10 for me.
Okay.
It's going to be above average, but weirdly, this most recent episode kind of made me feel like the actor doesn't have a lot of range.
Oh.
Because
Hang on, which one? You mean the Geats actor?
Yeah, because usually he doesn't actually do that much. He does kind of the same thing over and over again, smug arsehole.
Yeah.
But now he's like having to like emote a bit more, and maybe it was the ADR or something like that. But like I was not loving it.
What you're saying is he isn't the XA dude who started off pretty bad and then got really, really, really good.
Yeah, like I think he was just kind of like average. But he's being asked to do but like he's an average actor, but now he's being asked to do stuff that he's never done with this character before because the character is static. But anyway, listen, Geats will end in a few. They've already revealed new. Have you seen the new name for the next season?
No. What is it?
Kamen Rider Gotchard. It's based off of Gotcha and Cards.
Oh, no. Is it a Gotcha? Oh no, it's a Gotcha game Kamen Rider show. Oh, is it going to transform into waifus? That could be quite fun.
Oh my god! Oh no, we've had that one. That was a Kiba Ranger.
I'm not against another one.
True. I wouldn't mind it. Do you know what? I wouldn't mind. I would not mind a comedy writer show again. We haven't had one in ages.
No, that's true.
Everyone's been serious. Have a laugh. But apart from that, the only other thing of note I saw was Everything Everywhere All at Once, which is a movie from 2022. I've been meaning to watch for a while. I just had the opportunity this time. I also rewatched a bunch of kaiju films, but I've seen them already, so blah. So basic premise is woman living in a laundromat with her husband. She's not happy. They go to get audited, and suddenly her husband starts acting weird, and he says that he's a reality jumper who's occupying her husband's body, and they have to beat some sort of super evil. That's basically the plot. I enjoyed it. I don't think... At the time, I would have probably given it, like, straight away, I would have given it a fairly high mark. I think now I'd give it, like, a 6 or a 7. Probably a 6. Michelle Yeoh is very good in it. Mm-hmm. That said, it's not like one of those movies where she has to play a wide range of characters.
Oddly enough, even though they could have done that because it's all multiverse stuff.
Yeah, she's very much just playing Michelle Yeoh's the same character in every one.
Yeah.
Her daughter, I thought, the woman playing Joy did a very good job. And weirdly enough, the guy who played Waymond, which I still can't... that name is still... boggling my mind, but Waymond is Short Round.
Yeah, he's a director as well, right?
No. The director are a pair of people named the Daniels.
Oh, okay.
He hadn't acted for 22 years or something like that.
Huh.
And he was really nervous apparently to come back. I thought he was brilliant in it, in all honesty. I think he gave a better performance than she did, and I think she gave a very, very, very good performance. Michelle Yeoh's very talented lady. It's just like I think he kind of blew it out of the park because he actually did have to play multiple characters because he had to play both Waymond and Alpha Waymond, who are very different people. And
a few other Waymonds as well.
True. Oh yeah, serious like CEO Waymond was also cool.
Yeah.
So I liked her acting. I liked his acting. I liked the woman who cast as the daughter. Jamie Lee Curtis is in it.
She's fun.
She's fun. She doesn't do a ton in it, but she's fun. The basic premise is kind of a little Wes Anderson-y.
Yeah, I can see where you're coming from with that. Yeah, it does feel a little bit like his movie in some ways.
Yeah, but it also like has that artificial weirdness.
Oh, with the sausage fingers. Yeah, where you're just like...
But sausage fingers or the raccoon bit. The raccoon bit was fun. Or like oddly enough, I think the best scene was the rock scene. That was my favorite. Yeah,
that was. I think that for weird multiverse stuff, it was really interesting, and it was nice to kind of settle down and have no sound as well.
And apparently, they were going to have like regular lines, but Michelle Yeoh asked if they could just do it with writing it. She said she thought it would work better with no dialogue.
It did. Definitely did.
I felt like it was weird and random sometimes for the sake of being weird and random, which is very risky in a film, and it hurt the film in my opinion at times. I think overall it was really fun. I think people like freak out about the fight scenes. Like if you've seen certainly a kung fu movie done in the last
just watch The Raid. Just watch the raid. Come on.
Come now. Like, let us not pretend they did anything particularly new. They did a really fun action scene with the fanny pack that made me laugh.
Watch Daredevil.
Yeah. But like, it also had that thing that kung fu movies specifically always take me out of it slightly, because kung fu is very performative and has very certain movements and camera tricks, and it always looks acted. Where, like, the only time it doesn't is in like a few more serious films where the actor gets to do like just like an actual fight scene, whereas these, like, it always looks very choreographed to me. Like, this is well directed and like well choreographed, but it's no more convincing in terms of realism than a lot of Sentai fight scenes or a lot of Toku fight scenes.
Yeah.
Be fair, there's Toku fight scenes that are more convincing than this. But I did enjoy it. I just, I enjoyed Wayman whacking people with his fanny pack, but I was also sitting there like, if someone came up to me like, wow, what a revolutionary fight scene, I would say no.
No, I would agree. I think that's fine. Do you understand why I said I'd watch it once and then probably not again?
Yeah, I think I'd watch it again, but I wouldn't watch it, like, it's not when I watch on my own.
Sure, yeah.
It's like, I'll watch it again if someone wants to watch it. Like, no objection. Do you want to watch Everything Everywhere? Yeah.
Yeah. That's what I mean as well. Yeah.
I've seen people say like they really emotionally resonated with it. I didn't. I have to admit, I really liked the ending. I really liked the ending, and like how this idea of it's. I don't want to spoil it actually if you haven't seen it, but like the way she beats like the big horde of people at the end, I thought that was very creative. But like I think sometimes it fell on the gross out stuff a bit too much.
Yeah.
Like the butt plugs were funny, but then you did it twice.
And lots of sausage fingers. We kept going back to the sausage fingers because it was very funny, I suppose.
Yeah. But it just does moments where it's like, okay, the joke was funny, and then you kept coming back to it, and now it's not funny anymore. Stop doing that. Because like when one of them was like, oh, he needs to put a butt plug in him to gain superpowers, I was just like, oh, hilarious. And I did. I laughed and then the other guy did it, and I was just like, wait, no, that doesn't. I had to stop and go like, wait, no, he's only doing that because his reality. So what? They just both happen to have a reality where they get super kung fu powers if they have an anal plug. Is it the same reality? Are they boyfriends? What's going on?
It's in his ass, Mikey. It's in his ass.
Yeah, but the joke wasn't funny.
But it's in his ass, Mikey.
It was funnier when it wasn't.
No.
When it was implied that it was going in his ass, and then she was trying to prevent it because she realized what was happening, and she was like, no, God, no.
But he jumped on it.
That scene was... Yeah, he would... I don't care if that would give you superpowers. You would not be walking after that.
You'd be bleeding, I would imagine.
You would have a shattered pelvis, sir.
That too. Yeah, that's a good point. You might actually do spinal damage, right?
Oh yeah. Landing that hard and like your coccyx, not a chance in hell.
Yeah.
So unfortunately, it's one of those things where like when my brain sometimes it did a very good job of not letting my brain turn off, which also meant I started seeing these things. So yeah, overall though I liked it. I do think if you haven't seen it, you will enjoy it. It just temper your expectations realistically, and maybe you'll get more out of it.
Maybe some people get really, like you say, got really hyped by it. So maybe those people, if you're more inclined to be like them, you'd get really hyped to it as well.
I don't know who they are or how to identify you. If you're there listening right now, I can't tell.
Who are you?
Who are you? Teach me your ways so I can identify you in like groups and point at you. But yeah, so that was me really. What about you, Andy?
Well, first off, the General Techno says, also, holy cow, how about James Hong in the film? It was nice to see him, James Hong, again. He seems very old, which he is, but it was nice to see him again.
I liked his mech suit. Oh god, that was something. He was good in it also. Like they got a lot to let him like serious act at times, which was nice.
Yeah. He's just a good actor. James Hong's always been really
fantastic
good
actor. Unfortunately, he got typecast because he has a very strong accent.
Yes,
and
he got typecast as old Asian most of the time.
He was acting in the 80s and 90s, and they just wanted someone to sound really racist.
To be fair, though, he was really good as Lo Pan.
Oh no, he's
He's great in Lopez.
excellent actor. But I really like. Why did he have a mech suit?
I don't know.
But the thing is, like, why
Again, a
did
Wes
any of
Anderson weirdness. It's like, okay.
Yeah, but like, from the thing, how did any of that technology work? Because your brain transfers over, but only one of you has reality altering powers, and she ain't using your thing in the ear. So how did the thing in the ear get into our universe?
I think it's best not to think about it, because I have a feeling it's one of those stories that if you try and break it down and make sense out of it, you're gonna start like collapsing the universe or the movie itself. I'm gonna take a guess. The Chosen 2023 says, "What about Sword Art Online? What about Sword Art Online, Mikey?
What about Sword Art Online?
Wow, there you go. It was a thing that existed. I like the intro
Many
music.
people love it. Many people love it, and I'm very happy for them.
Yeah, like Sword Art Online is like one of those. It was an intro anime drug for some people, for a lot of people, I think. Right? It was the isekai anime for many people.
Yeah, very much so.
Which is interesting.
It wasn't mine.
No.
By any stretch of the imagination.
No.
I find the protagonist detestable. He's a scumbag, and if anyone tells me he's not a scumbag, he's a fucking scumbag.
Intro music's banging though. I like the intro music.
Oh yeah.
General Techno also says in the 90s. Hang on. That man still has it for James Hong, I suppose. And in the 90s, in his 90s, and no interest in slowing down acting. He's in his 90s? God damn.
Yeah, he's not a young man.
He is literally getting to Lopan's age in Big Trouble in Little China. He's almost there. Wow, I think Lopan's like a few hundred years old, but yeah, whatever. I've heard that SAO abridged is very good, that being said, says General Techno. I could see that, potentially.
I believe, well, I get the abridged.
I guess it depends who's doing it, who's writing it, right? That's probably the most important thing. Yeah.
Yeah, Sword Art Online.
It's a thing. For me, I haven't really been doing too much, just been painting more of my Imperial Guards. That's been taking up my week. And then it's just like garden work. It's just like, woo, gardening. Work, generally. Yeah, it takes a long time for me to paint. Just hard to paint things, I find. Also, it's hard to paint during the day when it's really hot, so I usually paint at night. And then it's just been streaming more Star Trek. I've made a new character on Star Trek Online. He is the Klingon. He's called Pock. Does Mikey remember the Klingon video game? The interactive movie video game?
Yeah, I've noticed that.
Yeah. You notice what?
That game. I remember when it was out. I'm just
main character, and that was called Pock. So I was like, that's the perfect name for my character on Star Trek Online. Like, ooh, good old Pock. And the main idea is I'm gonna get sound clips and of Gowron berating you in that game and calling you Pock. I'm gonna use him on stream because why not? I didn't realize, because I watched the very start of that and it showed like who directed it and stuff. I didn't realize Frakes directed it, the Klingon game.
Oh God, I did not know that.
No, it must have been one of his first roles as a director, I'm guessing, since that would have been probably recorded during Next Gen at some point, which is when most of the cast was, starting to get their fingers into the production side of work, which is kind of interesting. Yeah, all right. Apart from that, yeah, I think that's everything I've been up to. It's not very exciting, I'm afraid. I wish I could tell you more. General Techno says, tried it during the pandemic and it was fun. Oh, Star Trek Online. I should pick it up again. It was fun. Yeah, Star Trek Online, it's okay. It's not great. It's not amazing. It's like a 12-year-old game. It's like, you know what? It's fine. It's free, so I'm not going to complain too much. It's like, oh, well, I'm paying for the experience of nothing. And I think for nothing, it's like, yeah, this is acceptable. I wouldn't say like, you should pay a monthly subscription for it, that it was back in the day. I definitely wouldn't say that. Also, interesting news. I think System Shock Remake is going to be out in probably less than 20 hours. It's a game that's been on Kickstarter and came out on Kickstarter in like 2017. Believe it or not. So it's been in development for a while, and it seems like it's very, very good. Well, I feel like System Shock, the first System Shock game, it seems like it's going to be that, but better. If you don't like kind of older style games, you might not like it, but I think it looks really good. I'm not sure I'm going to spend like $34.99 on it. I think I'm gonna wait for it to come down in price, but it is something I'm really wanting to get at some point because I think it looks cool. I want to know about Shodan, and it is like the proto BioShock game, and I like those kind of games. Mikey, actually, we'll throw out if you have any questions for us in chat, throw them at us, and we will answer them. Mikey, we'll ask you.
Sorry, I'm sorry. Like, I was listening, but I also just got distracted because you knew what happened to Kamala Khan this week, or was it last week?
Yeah, she got killed in Spider-Man's comic, which was funny.
Yeah, in a very, very bad Spider-Man comic. But I hadn't actually seen it. I was just scrolling through something there, and I just saw it, and I just clicked on it. Wow.
Are you admiring the amazing artwork?
Wow.
Oh, it's really good, isn't it? Oh, it's so good. Why are comics doing so well at the moment, you might ask? It's because of that. That's one reason.
What? Oh my god, like the most popular teenage superhero possibly in the last 20 years. And one of the last faces she ever makes her look like she's stoned.
There's a lot of really bad art in Marvel comics. I keep thinking about the Captain Marvel issues that had, I think, a similar artist, and they were really fucking bad as well. Comics are doing really badly at the moment, man. For sales, they're doing really badly.
I think she's not healing because she's hungry.
Same.
And she's like, "Did I do good?"
No.
It's like,
you didn't.
No. Oh, like I was reading the previous run of Spider-Man. It was really good in all honesty. It was like fun. Like the guy who did it like clearly liked Spider-Man. Like, and I read the first 10 issues of Zeb Wells, and I was just like, "What is this?"
Haven't they raised Peter's kids or something?
Well, they did that years ago. What they have done, Mary Jane is now married with children.
Oh, to someone who's not Peter, right? And their children got destroyed.
Yes, they erased children. Like she basically apparently like they did a time travel. I stopped reading after this, but they did a time travel thing, and like she ended up living like years, and then just basically left Peter, and then Peter's being weird because for him it's been 6 months, but he's saying like, "Listen, she's like a sister to me." Then why were you fucking her?
Hey, that's a very popular tag.
Yeah, but
like
the guy has what he did. Like Peter is so hateful in that book. Like the character of Peter Parker, and I think he likes the Goblin more because he's really pushing the Goblin as a hero.
Like Harry Osborn or Norman Osborn.
Norman Golden Goblin is his new identity.
Golden Goblin.
Yep, saves Peter from the entire Sinister Six.
Is he going to turn like blue
as Peter,
in the future?
No. Didn't save him from the Sinister Six. Saved him from the Vulture as Peter was lying on the ground begging for help.
Very Spider-Man. That's very Peter Parker, by the way. Very Spider-Man. Very in keeping with his character.
Zeb Wells was told not to go to conferences or conventions rather because they thought people might react badly to some of the stuff in his book. As much as I would say it was the Spider-Man thing, I think it was the Kamala Khan.
I don't know. I think the Spider-Man thing's pretty egregious as well.
It is pretty egregious.
Why would they publish that?
I don't know. I don't know. Why did they publish One More Day? But like that was a long time ago. I thought we were kind of like, oh yeah, wait, everyone hated this.
Yeah, but maybe we shouldn't just severely damage our characters. Maybe that's not a good idea. I don't know.
Let's not ruin our relationships, draw everything to a halt, kill popular characters not even in their own books.
Yeah. Jesus Christ.
Especially since I really, really suspect all they're doing is killing her off so that they can revive her in time for the Marvels with the movie powers.
Yeah, they'll be making her way closer to,
Yeah, so like she won't go big. She'll have like purple big hands.
Yeah.
Big electric pink hands. And that'll last for a year or two, and then she'll get reset.
Yeah. It's coming.
I haven't seen Miss Marvel. I know lots of people do enjoy it, but I really hate the power set in the MCU. It's so ugly. It would have been much more fun if she just got big.
Are these the people who also like the other Marvel TV shows out of interest?
I could not tell you.
Okay. I would curb your expectations. But, I'm very much against everything Marvel, Disney at the moment. Just they can't make anything good. Oh, something I did do. I watched the first episode of Star Trek Prodigy.
Oh Oh,
You would,
I don't remember.
you
What does
would
the first
not
one look-
know that was a Star Trek show. There is nothing in that looks or feels or sounds like Star Trek until you see the ship.
I've heard it described as Farscape, but set in the Star Trek universe.
It does not feel Star Trek. They've got a Tellarite who does not look like a Tellarite at all. Like if I showed you a picture of a Tellarite and then showed you like them in Next Gen and Enterprise and showed you this guy, you'd be like, oh, they're just not the same. Apparently they are. I found it feels just like a generic CGI like tweeny adventure show that's just gone, oh yeah, with Star Trek as well. It's like, are you though? I've been told it gets better, but this was by Big Swing and D. Big Swing and D also said that Lower Deck was really good, so I'm not sure I can trust that. I don't know if I can put faith in that.
Current Spider-Man editor is a One More Day supporter who thinks Peter should never have grown up or become a teacher.
So what? What?
Should never have gotten married. It should never try to flesh him out. And making Peter a teacher made him feel older than I wanted him to be.
Isn't like him being a teacher really interesting? Like push for his character because he can help like teach kids how to do science and stuff, and it sounds kind of rewarding.
Yes, and actually one of the best Spider-Man stories from the last 10 years was the story of Peter teaching a child who was then shot. And Peter going absolutely apeshit.
Yeah, you can do good stories about him like helping kids out who need help. Yeah. Like he can help like citizens out being Spider-Man, and he can help young kids out by, being a good role model teacher person as well. Yeah, that's a solid place for
apparently
Peter to be.
It makes him old.
I mean, he is old. People get old.
No, he's not. He's got to be 25.
Oh, God.
He's got to be a baby man. An immature baby man with no... We're living in a world where... I mean, I am happier this way, I'll be honest, but we're living in a world now where Wally West is after having his third child. And I think Wally's technically supposed to be younger than Peter because Wally had like an artificial aging thing. He's like 5 years younger than he looks.
What's he called his kids? Are they all called like Barry and Alan?
Wade after
Wilson?
After Mark Wade.
Oh.
The writer.
I don't know, I like that. That's a bit too self-inserty.
Well, no, it's basically like Mark Wade. He is the Wally West writer, and the guy who's Jeremy Adams is writing him now, and he like contacted Wade and said like,
that's okay.
I would really like to name this character after you. Is it okay?
Okay, all right.
So, it was just fanboy fangasm, and like in a good book, I don't mind it because it's been a very good book. It's like again with like. After all DC pushing through, I'm terrified of the new run because it's ending now, and they're going.
Does it feel like Wally's being put in a cage with a chimp with a knife?
It's just like Wally was doing. The thing is, it's supposed to be a horror run, so yes.
Oh no, you're fast, Barry, but you're not faster than a chimp with a knife. Nobody is. General Techno asks, either of you checked out Oshi no Ko? Anime-wise, you've talked about it, but you haven't seen it yet, have you, Mikey?
Yeah, I haven't seen it yet. Like, I was curious, but
I hear it's good. People are saying
I heard it was
things.
good, but I am a little concerned it might fall into the anime nihilism tropes.
Okay,
which are something like genius character reincarnation, blah blah blah. But genius character who's super nihilistic and kind of hateful is your main character. I don't know if it does. So if he's like just a cool dude who is in a bad situation, that's fine. But I'm just it's kind of like how I'm kind of tired of certain isekai tropes. I'm kind of tired of certain like perfect protagonist tropes or hateful protagonist tropes, but we're still following them along. And like I also hate Attack on Titan. I'm not perfect. I don't see the world the way a lot of people do.
That's fine.
I'm way behind on my anime. Oh my god.
Yeah, same. I need to finish watching Enterprise and then I'll get back to watching anime. But I'm enjoying watching Enterprise. Even season 1 and 2. It's still nice to see. Still fun. The Chosen says also Sword Art Online costs hundreds of millions of dollars to develop. All right.
Yep. The game or the franchise?
They don't specify. I can't say. Techno, yeah, I can't believe how badly they handled Spidey 26 death. Is that the 26th time he's died?
Yeah, it's the issue Kamala goes.
Oh, see, I could totally believe Peter's died 26 times at this point.
Oh yeah, easily. But like I still can't get over the fact they killed her in a Spider-Man book that many people aren't reading. Like, it's like they're afraid, like, we need to kill her.
Well, we're not going to kill her in her own series because it would mean starting up a new one for her, right?
Yeah. And we're going to hold off on that until the movie starts.
Yeah. Yeah, we don't want to start a new series that won't do too well and then kill her. That wouldn't be great. IRC, I think he's not evil anymore, thanks to the events of the previous run. Apparently, it got leaked by people who had access to earlier copies and were pissed. No shock there.
Yeah, I saw that. Someone at Marvel got really angry and leaked it. That's the thing. And then Marvel, like, really rode the leak as well. Like, within a day, they basically, like, had a big public announcement and was like, this book is coming now.
Yeah. No one was happy, and they were like, it's still coming.
No one was happy, and they were just like, we're going to make sure, because any press is good press.
Jump Techno says...
Velma made its money entirely on bad press. That's the truth. By hate watching it, which many people did, you guarantee the season 2.
Yeah. Well, you know, it happens. That's how a lot of marketing's working like that these days. A lot of shows are putting out these kind of negative press things, so it makes people watch them, which is a really dangerous strategy because it can tank you depending on what you're doing and what your public is, the audience is, I should say. Yeah, that's just the extra thing that has people upset as we all see it coming, and they'll probably make her a mutant too.
Yep, because the Inhumans aren't cool anymore.
They never were. They never have been. Never.
But they were marketable because they were mad at Fox.
No, they were marketable because they didn't have access to anything else. They weren't allowed to do mutants. Oh, Terrigen Mist. It was stupid. Prodigy, a.k.a. Farscape, but it's Star Trek. Oh, that's what you said. And Mikey just said that. Yeah, there you go. Peter shouldn't be older. Meanwhile, they have Kamala working for Norman as an intern, so they aged her up then?
Yep.
All right. Oshinoko has been the Japanese entertainment industry is a horrible place, and here's why the series. All right. The Chosen said the game cost hundreds of millions. The game of Sword Art Online in the anime cost $100 million to develop. Well, I mean, that makes sense. Headsets and
it's at least AAA, I suppose.
Well, no, because it works. It's better than that. No bugs.
Did Sword Art Online have a day one patch?
Oh, well, if it's a AAA game, yeah.
Oh, hang on. They got stuck in it.
Yeah.
So, like, it probably was a AAA game.
Yeah, you could also die from playing it. So, yeah, it probably was a AAA game.
Yeah.
Okay. Mikey, where can people find you on the internet if you want them to?
You can find me on Twitter as Irish Palo, or you can contact us on the Moonbase 2, or the emails on the moonbase2@gmail.com. Or you can contact us on Facebook and Libsyn on Patreon and all those other places. Or you can just sit here and mock us in chat, as has been demonstrated throughout this entire show.
It's true.
Andy, what about you?
You can find me on Twitter, Twitch, and YouTube as Decayed Andy, the wrong corpse of a person. You can find us, like Mikey said, on Libsyn, iTunes, Facebook, Moonbase 2 Transformers Podcast on YouTube if you want to join the people in chat. Usually... not today, but usually on a Sunday at 8 o'clock in the evening UK time. Moonbase 2 Transformers Podcast YouTube. And ccbunker.weebly.com. And Mikey mentioned the Patreon, so there you go. Yep, thank you, Mikey. Thank you, everybody, for joining us today, this evening, as it's finally cooling down. Thank the Lord. And we will catch you, I suppose, this Sunday, where who knows what news there'll be. Mikey will, I'm guessing you probably have seen Spider-Verse, right?
I hope to see it on Thursday.
Yeah, I probably won't. I don't know if I just have the energy to go and see movies in the cinema anymore.
I'm a little cautious because it's a part one and the sequel to an excellent movie, and I'm just like...
That's also a concern. Yes.
Mistakes can easily be made.
Yes. You can take the goodwill of something and eat it and poop it out very quickly. But I hope it's good. I will wait to hear reviews. Or at least you're saying, and we'll see how it goes from there. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, Mikey. And we'll see you next time.
Bite me.
No, I don't want to bite you.